Hi guys, this video is about what to expect from relatives or family members when around your service dog. Family members and relatives are not always going to understand what is wrong with you. Now, if you have great uncles or second cousins, that don't know you that well, they're not going to completely understand what is wrong with you. There are going to be people that ask if you are vision impaired or blind, because most people believe that service dog means guide dogs, and guide dogs mean that you are blind or have vision problems. No, service dog does not mean guide dog, nor does it mean that I am blind. I am not blind. Sorry. Um, People are going to ask if they can pet it, and when I got my service dog, there is the process of bonding that must happen. That can happen anywhere through 6 months to a year. And people are going to be like, well, why can't I pet them now? I'm not going to yada yada yada. They're going to ask. They think that they have rights to the dog because they're family. And the thing is, you don't have rights to my dog. This is my service dog, mine. She is here for me and nobody else. That is something that you should know. It is extremely humiliating and frustrating when people say, well, when after 6 months, then we can pet it. Not necessarily, no. That's when the bonding process is most likely going to be complete. That does not mean, oh, after this certain amount of time, then you can play with them and touch them and love them and they can be all yours. No, it doesn't work like that. This is my service dog, nobody else's. She is not here for public. She's not here for your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister. They are here for me and me alone. People will distract your dog, even if people not always understand, well, her vest is on, so she's working. Okay, if you can understand that, that's a first start. That's a good start. But when she's not working and she's in the yard, she is still watching. She is still checking and making sure I am okay. She will still come over to me and say, hey, what's going on? You good? All right, see you later. She will do that. Just because she doesn't have her vest on does not mean she is not working. I could work her naked if I wanted. That means I could take her places without her vest because she would still be considered a service dog. So even at home, she is still a service dog. She is still working. People will be, oh, hello, Quinn. If you don't know her name, that would be her name. They will be, doggy, and oh, you are such a good dog, and oh, I'm sorry. People would do that if they're bumped on by accident or stuff like that. It happens a lot more than you would think. A lot of people will actually think she's a therapy dog, and there is a huge difference between a therapy dog and a service dog. Therapy dogs can be, they're not allowed public places. They can't go into stores. They can't go into businesses or law firms or schools. Well, okay, some therapy dogs can go into schools, but that's a whole nother thing. People will want to compare their dog. Oh, well, your dog looks just like my dog, except my dog's black, and it's a male, and it's a whole different breed, but they look just the same. No, they don't. Your dog is nothing like my dog. Your dog is a pet. Mine is a $10,000 dog. Yeah, there's a big difference. Most likely you will have children in your family. Some are easier to explain to what a service dog is. I have 2 nieces, 2 nephews, and 1 on the way. So my oldest niece, she is going to be 5, She is understanding of the concept of you cannot play with Quinn, you cannot touch Quinn, you cannot talk to Quinn. She is very good at that. Part of the transition that we did with her is when we started months before Quinn arrived in our care. And we actually went, I think it was either eBay or Amazon, and we got this little plush Labrador toy. It's a Webkins. I don't know if many people remember these, but they used to be quite popular. I mean, it has a little W on its paw. It's called a signature. I mean, they're supposed to be more realistic. So we got this for like less than $10, and we just did like little letter beads of her name and got this. I think this is an extra small little vest, so they can carry these around with them in the store and say, look at my toy service dog, this is mine. And then they can, not always, but most of the time, they will concentrate on their toy rather than distracting our dogs. I don't recommend that for everyone because every child and every handler is different, but I thought that was a good idea. And it doesn't have to be for a child. It can be, well, you can play with it while you're over here, and then you can take it back when they leave. Or if you're at like a birthday party or something, and there's another child, you can give them this to play with while you're there, so they will leave you alone. It's just, I thought it was a good tool to use because it does kind of get children off your back and get them to leave you alone. Other children don't always understand the concept of you can't pet the dog. Children, most of the time, like dogs. They understand, well, dogs are fun to play with. They are soft, they're goofy, and they want to do that kind of stuff with them. And when we are out and about, she is working, and even when she's not, has her vest on, she is working. Children will stare at your dogs intently. Dog! 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 And just constantly yell at you. And sometimes if you do not let them play with the dog, they will yell at you and say you're mean, or that you are, I can't really think of another word for it. Let's hope your children don't know any other words. That's really all I have to say on that. I mean, there's a lot more to expect from them, but on the top of my head, I can't really think of any. If you want to say something in the comments, feel free to. I do look at them, even though I don't get that many, I do look at them. So thank you for watching this. See you later.